New teacher orientation, all done. All 3 days, those were done. New teacher orientation, that's done. And now I get to move in with the rest of the teachers. Their normal professional development / orientation days starting tomorrow. So 3 days. I'm going to tell you all about it and what kind of music teachers go through and what new teachers go through when it comes to all this information that they handed us. First off, I want to say kudos because every day they fed us lunch. And the first day they fed us breakfast, but every day we've been given like baskets of merch, swag of the music department, not the music department, the school district, and it's been really nice. Oh, I'm about to sneeze, but whatever. I even got like a book bag, and I was like, oh crap, everyone has brought like a book bag, and now, everyone's got 2 book bags now. What is happening over here? Okay, well, but we got a book bag, got a bunch of swag. I got, man, where are they at? I'm trying to find. Here they are. Look at this right here. I look sick. And this is not just for new teachers. This was teachers that were just coming into the district. They're new, or any age, as long as they were new to the school district, they were in the new teacher orientation. Now the first day and the third day were pretty overwhelming. The first day we were talking about HR, kind of like what that looks like, IT, and then benefits and anything we'd like to get signed in, especially when it comes to insurance. That stuff, a lot. And that flew over a lot of people's heads, especially IT stuff. Everything else was kind of like, yeah, we knew this was coming we knew this was coming into our jobs. We kind of looked into this. We researched kind of how we're getting paid and all that, what taxes can be taken out and all that stuff, which, if you didn't know, for a new teacher is kind of overwhelming. But as you start to get like getting paid, you get to sign in, it starts to get a little easier. The only problem is that here it was a little harder to get signed up because we did not get passwords or any usernames. So as a new teacher, I'm like, I've subbed long-term sub, but that I need to get some information about my stuff. I want to know that all the emails that I'm getting, I can log in and see. I like to email, everyone using my school email. I don't want to use my personal email anymore, but we just didn't get that login stuff just yet. We still have it, which is kind of my biggest gripe, but getting to know kind of how we're getting paid and all the benefits that comes with it, what we can do, where we can allocate our money, and especially with union stuff, I am enjoying. All that stuff, I love it. It was pretty much all I was looking forward to. The second day, we toured around, and we are getting paid for this. It was about $100 a day. Second day was really nice for me, and unfortunately, we didn't get to see my school because there's 27 schools in the district-ish, I think, and that's not counting private or charter. It's a big school district, and it's where I wanted to work, somewhere urban, somewhere where I can get more populated kids, more of not just white kids in cornfields. I'm looking, and there's a stereotype, but more into like the African American. We're looking at black. We're looking at Mexicans. We're looking at different types of white people. We're looking at Japanese. We're looking at what? I know you're white. What about it? I think that's some brown in there, but just looking at like more populated areas that kind of have that demographic. That's what I wanted. So, but we never got to see my school. We toured elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and I got to meet, which were great. But I also got to meet, and I started really finding out who was music, because you can tell who's music by where they sit, how they kind of present themselves, what are they wearing, how long's their hair. I swear, every music person's got long hair now. I've got my long hair going. The other music people, it was just another guy and 3 other girls, but the guy also had long hair. There were free books in the library, which I took 2 crates. and I'm stressed. I cannot stress this enough. I believe that as a new music person and a new teacher, you've got to have your books. I mean, the internet and the databases are big, and you can find any book on there, probably for free and pirated in PDFs, but having a physical book that you can mark up, you can steal ideas from, you can research, or you can do it on the internet, but you can research the author, it's game changing. So any books that you find that are free that are about education or music, you pick that up, because you don't know if you'll ever need it. You don't know where to look on the internet, and you're like, oh wait, I got a book for that. I can probably make something from that. The second day we toured, found my music people. We were trying to get to know each other, where we worked, what were our jobs like beforehand, and what are we thinking about doing as we kind of transition to our classrooms. So that was the second day. We toured around the place, and we kind of figured out what kind of programs these youngins are doing. What are the high school doing? What are the career centers look like? What are the vocational schools? Unfortunately, as a music person, and if you're new, you'll kind of get this too. A lot of this doesn't apply to us, especially with a school that is not pushing. This district is going to eventually, but they're not pushing hard for music industry, music business, music mixing, producing, music agents. We're talking about lawyers and all that other thing that has to do with the music side, which those are more like nuanced, and you can learn generally from just learning about lawyering or just learning about graphic designing. That stuff is nuanced, but like DJing and producing can definitely be its own career path, and that you're only working towards. Especially we understand it's kind of like second when it comes to welding, and we're talking about science and space engineering, but we music people get it. But we're starting to get those things now later eventually. But as we're going through all these schools, a lot of it doesn't apply to us. Especially the third day. Nice segue. The third day had us. Let's see. That was today. When you think that I remember everything, but this is why I have this. Third day. Let's see. Third day was a lot of going into the. Let's see. A lot of the online programs that allow us to take attendance, which doesn't apply to us for specials, most schools. Where to sign in. So it's not like a clock in, clock out. You sign in online, tell you that you're here. Also, schools don't do that. Some schools don't do that. You can just be like, if I didn't say it, I am here. But this district says you have to sign in, which makes sense. And then a lot of stuff to do with collaboration. Now I want to talk about this the last minute. The collaboration stuff was fantastic. I love this. This hit me in my student teaching. Collaboration with teachers that aren't just in music can bring in so many new ideas, especially when it comes to your managing, your lesson planning, your ideas, your your presentation to other kids, how you present materials. All of that can be limiting if you just look at your teachers in your field, in your grade. If you were to look at the gym teacher, what are they doing to kind of get through their kids? If you look at the art teacher, how are they getting kids more, we call it motivated for art? Because it's not science, it's not math, it's just art. All we do is just draw a pencil, but they can get them motivated. Same with maybe, let's go with math. People hate math sometimes, especially as they get older. They're like, I'm done with math. There are teachers, math teachers, that can get them into math. What are they doing that is getting them motivated to turn into homework? Can I use that to maybe not make them, but encourage them to practice? So these types of things, getting other teachers to talk with each other, because we were sat by school instead of department, I was able to talk with and get to know other teachers around my district that weren't just music. The music stuff happened second day. All the other stuff, that was first day and part of second day. It was like the last of second day where I kind of noticed, hey, this is the music people. I want to start bouncing off ideas because I've talked with everybody from where my school is. Only 3 new people. I guess I should say how many new people there are. There are almost 100. Almost 100 new teachers just coming in the district. This district's huge, man. Huge. So anyways, I guess I should wrap it up. This is, how it feels to be a music teacher in orientation. A lot of stuff does not apply to you. However, when it comes to meeting new people, get the chance to meet new people. When opportunities present itself, even this early, it can be amazing to grab a new book. It can be amazing to meet new people. It can be amazing to meet someone from another department. What are they talking about? How about careers? Careers that don't really talk about music. What are they doing to kind of get these kids from freshman into sophomore, junior, senior year to pick their profession? Can I get other kids to start doing music production? Or can I get them to do some kind of music with graphic design or album covering or art or DJing, all this stuff? How can I get them to do that? And sometimes the solution is just to talk with people surrounding you. And then the third day, I guess I should say this. A lot of it doesn't apply. Make sure you're listening to your benefits. Meet new people, not just your music people. Last thing we did was and we toured, but the last thing we did on the third day was touch on our curriculum and what that's going to look like. I like the guy that presented all that stuff. He was working at the district for a while, and he's been doing I went with music K through 6, or K through 5th. It was K through 6 or K through 5th. And he talked about a lot of great things when it came to management, what kind of materials you're going to be working with, what's your lesson planning going to be like. But he also talked about, how am I going to present myself as a teacher and not just a specials music teacher, not just the fun teacher. How am I going to present myself professionally in front of teachers that are like math and science and tested and social studies? How am I going to do that and show that I am actually a teacher who helps these kids maybe even remember your subjects or are better in your subjects because of music? How do you professionally act? How do you present yourself? What are some things that you can talk about to kind of make yourself, be known? It's a little weird for me, right? Because it's not being yourself, but there are settings where you need to be professional. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to TVT meetings, when it comes to curriculum meetings. What kind of things are you going to be talking about, and not just be like, oh yeah, I just have the kids kind of jump around, move around. They bang on their, little xylophones. It's a real subject. Music is a real subject. It has standards. It is a required subject in Ohio Department of Education. It is realized. It is a real thing. So get it out there. You're just as important as the science and math and social studies or history teacher. So never feel like you're left out. Even if you're a specials teacher and you feel like all the teachers are like, hey, you got the fluff class, as in, you don't get the same kids all day. Has its pros and cons. You are a real teacher, new music person in the thing. So, meet new people, kind of make sure that all your stuff is written down in some way that is laid out so that you can remember it. All right, cool. I guess I'll leave it at that. That's 15 minutes. I like that. Next time, I'll talk about actual PD stuff and how does that go, and see how that, in relation to context of being a music teacher, is. So, next time.